Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Supergirl Season 2, and this is going to be my trailer breakdown. I was about to say review, but it's my trailer breakdown for episode 21, otherwise entitled Resist. But before we get into anything else, let's actually watch the trailer.
Good evening, National City. I've been away for a while, but I'm back.
Alien invaders have come to destroy our way of life and claim our planet.
Do not resist.
This could be dangerous. No, this will be dangerous. It's over, Rhea.
It is over for you, Supergirl.
So the first thing I quickly want to say is sorry that I didn't do a review for episode 20. I just had some stuff come up. It just whacked out my schedule and I just couldn't fit in a review. Stuff always happens on Tuesdays with Supergirl. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to upload because it just got a bit too late. But overall, I thought that episode was actually really strong. I thought it was a decent third last episode for the season. This episode 21 is the second last episode. So I thought they set up the last two episodes pretty decently with what happens at the end of episode 20. And I actually did like the storyline with James Olsen because even though he's been in the season, obviously, he hasn't really been, there for the most part. Like they've, stuck him on the side a lot of the times. Like Guardian will be in the episode for like 5 seconds and James and the Guardian won't be in the rest of the episode at all. So I think they did a good job with his character in that episode, even though I think Supergirl was in the episode for like 5 or 10 minutes, so they could have maybe given her a bit more screen time, seeing it is her show. But I actually did like that episode and how it set up these last two episodes with that Daxamite invasion, if you want to call it that, right at the end. But a synopsis or description for this episode was released, I don't know when it was, obviously before this trailer came out, so we will go over that quickly as it does, give us some information, I guess. But before you do that, if you do go on to enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Supergirl grapples with whether or not to obey the President's orders regarding Rhea's latest actions. Meanwhile, Cat Grant returns to National City. So the trailer starts off with the concluding scene of last episode with all the Daxamite ships coming through that portal and flying over National City as they begin to create, as what Rhea said, new Daxam. But the part we see next is quite surprising, and I wasn't really expecting it because I just thought they were just forgotten about these characters, dealt with them. But it kicks off like a number of surprises within this trailer as we see Lillian Luthor, Lena Luthor's mother, the head of Cadmus, return as our heroes point their weaponry towards her because they're probably thinking, "What the hell? Why are you here?" Now, Lillian Luthor is helping Supergirl and our other friends at the DEO as even though they have fought her earlier this season and, mainly in that mid-season finale, they still share the same planet, the same home, and that planet or home is under the threat of an alien invasion in the form of the Daxamites. And we already know that Lillian's, distaste for aliens is pretty high, so I don't think it's going to take too much convincing for her to help the DEO out and take out the Daxamites. Hank Henshaw, aka Cyborg Superman, is also spotted at a couple of points within the trailer, so he will be helping out the DEO in their fight against the Daxamites, which isn't surprising seeing he is basically Lillian Luthor's personal bodyguard. But one question, which I don't know, I didn't see a lot of people bringing it up, maybe I'm just an idiot for bringing it up, but will Jeremiah Danvers show up again if, she's showing up? I know he got dragged away in whatever episode it was, but I just don't know if he's going to come back. I think if Lillian and Hank Henshaw are involved, maybe we might see Jeremiah back, but he sort of betrayed Lillian, so it really wouldn't make too much sense if that was the case. Or did something else happen to Jeremiah and I'm just completely forgetting about it? But we might see him pop up again. It would be cool to see Jeremiah Danvers and Rhea share the screen as Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher, who played both of those characters, were obviously Clark Kent and Lois Lane on the other Superman show in the 90s, was it? Or late 80s, early 90s, one of the two. So it would be nice if they shared the screen for even just a second, but I don't know if we'll get that. Now, if you had been keeping up with news on Supergirl, you would have already have known about the return of this character, and that is Cat Grant. We are, however, seeing her in a bit of a different role than what we all probably thought of, as she is in the bunker with Supergirl, the DEO members, and the two villains of Hank Henshaw and Lillian Luthor. From what I know, she will be in the finale as well. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure she's in both of these last episodes. I know a lot of people missed Cat Grant on the show, so I'm sure if you did miss her, you'll be extremely happy about her return. If you didn't know, like, the actress Callista Flockhart, who's actually Harrison Ford, aka Han Solo's wife, if you didn't know that, she just didn't want to commit to moving to Vancouver because they shoot for a long period of time, and it's a commitment, really, signing on for these shows. Like, that's why you see a lot of Canadian actors on CW shows, just because it's committed. Or you get a lot of younger actors that really want to be on a show because you got to commit and move to Vancouver. So unfortunately, that was one toll that the Supergirl had to face and pay up to when they moved to Vancouver. They had to lose one of their main cast members in the form of Cat Grant. But it's pretty cool that the actress is still up for coming back for a handful of episodes a season. So we could see her next season as well. Now, a big question that comes around with, Cat Grant hanging out with the DEO members in that bunker thing is, will she learn that James or Jimmy Olsen is Guardian? Because I'm pretty sure he will be in that bunker. She might be able to pick it out pretty easily. Like, hi James, you're under that mask. So she might learn of that. I don't think it's too much of a big secret to give away. I know a lot of people are theorizing that Jimmy Olsen might die coming the end of the season. I think I even said that at one point. But they haven't really done too much in regards to building up to that. So unless they do something in this episode which really hints at that, then we might see that happen in the finale. But I will be very interested to see if Cat Grant does learn that James is Guardian in this episode. Throughout the trailer, we do see some Daxam soldiers running amok in both National City, which, is, I guess we all knew was going to happen. But we also see them in the DEO. So that was obviously explain why they're all in that bunker, because the DEO is now overrun. And you can see, even when Cat Grant's talking, you can see some screens behind her. So this is a very makeshift bunker. Is this the alien bar? I'm not 100% sure, or if it's just some other location, but it could be the alien bar. So that's why they're here, because it looks like the DEO has been overrun by those Daxam soldiers. Now, one thing, I have no idea if this was hinted at in the last episode, but Mon-El looks like he's marrying Lena Luthor here. Was that hinted at the end of last episode? If it was, please let me know in the comment section down below. But that's what it looks like is happening here. It looks like, they're forcing Lena to marry Mon-El, and it doesn't look like Mon-El is too upset about it. Like, Lena doesn't look too pleased. But Mon-El doesn't really seem phased by it. So I don't know if they're going to reveal that Mon-El was secretly evil or something and this was his big plan. Or if he's just going with the plan, pretending that he's, following his mother and he's loving everything that his mother's doing. And then towards the end, most likely the finale, he'll flip that and he'll be the betrayer of the Daxamites, and he'll end up helping all the Earthlings and Supergirl. Which I think is what they're going for, because this season has revolved around a lot about Mon-El, so it wouldn't surprise me if they really made him, maybe not the hero, but definitely a big help in regards to stopping the Daxamites. Now, towards the end of the trailer, we do get Supergirl and Raya on the Daxam ship. Now, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to get a final showdown with Raya in this episode, which could lead to the finale, which we know will have both Superman and General Zod in it. Now, I don't really know how much of the finale is going to have General Zod in it. Superman seems to be a decent part of the finale, but in regards to General Zod, he could be the Season 3 villain, because they did say that they will be setting up the Season 3 Supergirl villain in this finale. I think they're actually going to either name drop him, or he's going to appear. So that could be General Zod, but I don't know if they'd really spoil that, because they actually made an announcement, a press release saying, oh, this dude's being cast as General Zod. So I think he just might be coming here, maybe helping Raya, or maybe something happens where he's able to escape from where he was, or maybe he just shows up on Earth and is like, yo, what's doing? Because an important thing to remember is that Superman has been Superman for a while. He hasn't been Superman for as long as Kara's been Supergirl. He's been Superman for a while, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's taken on General Zod, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but really the only villain we know that he's taken on has been Lex Luthor. And they said he'd just been defeated and locked up by Superman and stuff like that. So they haven't really mentioned too many Superman villains. So General Zod might be a new one for him, or maybe it's an old enemy of Superman that he versed earlier on in his career, and now General Zod's come back and is, maybe taking advantage of the groundwork that Raya has made with the Daxamites, and he's trying to build upon that. But back to that Supergirl Raya showdown, if that is to happen with Superman and General Zod, it wouldn't surprise me if they maybe did that Raya showdown in this episode. Or they could leave on a bit of a cliffhanger, if you want to say, going into the finale with Supergirl and Raya on that ship and maybe about to battle. But overall, I'm actually really looking forward to these last 2 episodes of Supergirl. Supergirl really did struggle this season in regards to like just making it clear like what the hell was going on. But I think in the past like 2 or 3 episodes, they've done a half decent job, or not a half decent, like a decent job in regards to, you know, fixing that all up, really making it clear that the Daxams and Raya, you know, is the big bad and they're the ones to fear. Because like halfway through the season, you really should, you know, clarify and make it pretty damn solid who the big bad is for the season. But Raya really wasn't introduced till late on. We were just sort of given a hint in that Slaver's Moon episode, I think it was, with the 2 Daxams that ended up being Mon-El's mother and father. So they didn't do that well for the most of the part of the season, but in the past couple of episodes, I think they've done a decently solid job in regards to just fixing it all up and, you know, making a good pathway leading into these last 2 episodes. So at least we know it's going to be a decent finale. Or not a decent finale, like this could be a decent episode, and I think the finale is actually going to be a really good watch. It looks like they spent a lot of time and, you know, money on the finale, going by some behind the scenes videos and pictures, so I'm actually really looking forward to it. But thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Let me know in the comments section down below, what are you looking forward to most in this episode? Are you excited to see Cat Grant back? Do you think Cat Grant will learn that James or Jimmy Olsen is the Guardian? And what do you think's going on with Mon-El and Lena Luthor? Do you think they're being forced to marry each other? Or do you think it's just, I don't know what's going on there. It's a bit weird. As I said, I don't know if they hinted at it last episode, but if they did, just let me know. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.